What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster. This is episode 29 now on the series. In the last episode, we built this coaster in front of us here, the Phoenix, and I did say that I wanted to do something a little special underneath of it. So what we're going to be doing today, guys, is building a go-kart track underneath of the Phoenix right here. So the first thing we need to do here is get rid of this mountain because it's not going to work well for us building a go-kart track here. So I'm going to hop into the terrain tool. We're going to go to flatten to foundation, change the size to about 20 foot. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. Let's do about 50 feet. That should be a little bit better. And we are going to click and drag all around here. Uh-oh, the 2G train just broke down. So we'll go all the way out to the border. It's gonna look kind of weird at first, guys, but we can, of course, come through and fix the terrain on the sides. Not too worried about that. And we are taking this sucker all the way back to the edge back here. Right about there. That should give us plenty of space to build a pretty good sized go-kart track back here. This is good, too, because I had auto tunnel turned on when we were building the coaster, and I really didn't want these spots here to be in the ground. So this will help smooth that out too and make it look a little bit nicer over here. This part of the mountain is the tallest part, so it's not gonna look very pretty, but we can fix that. And to be honest, we'll probably be adding a little bit of a mountain back in. I just want a good foundation for us to start with here. And there we go. It's as easy as that. Got a nice little section cut out of the land here, and I might even end up changing a little bit of the track for the Phoenix just to really utilize this new space that we have here. Okay, after a little bit of editing here on the Phoenix, I managed to get an even better prestige for us, guys. We got a 1228, which means we can charge $35 instead of $32.50. So now we're gonna be making even more money on this ride, as if it wasn't cool enough already. But let's go ahead and take a look at the new layout. So up here at the main drop, the only thing that has changed is it is much higher. The drop is much more gradual now, and it has enough speed to carry us down up to a 45 here. The banking is much smoother now as well. And then this section, we had a 33.5 or 33.75 before. That's now a 45-degree angle, whereas the last section over here is a 33.75. And around this corner, then we have this nice little hump here, which gets like 10 or 11 excitement, which is nuts. Around this turn here, a little bank there, not too much. Slows it down just a little bit to come into this section, which is much more smoothed out now. And back into the brake section, and lastly into the station. So that is going to be the new layout for the Phoenix. Hopefully people enjoy it. Honestly, it turned out pretty freaking good. It's super simple, but it's effective. And our new test ratings are a 6.2, a 5.04, and a 2.60. So we got green all across the board. And I know people are gonna complain that they don't have $35 to ride a roller coaster. So to be preventative here, I'm gonna go ahead and add in an ATM right outside of the entrance. And now all we have to do is just keep bringing our 30-foot wide path out to, let's say, about here. So we'll have plenty of room. We could even put, oh dude, we could even put another little shop section over here. Like one of these. We could just plop one of those over there so we could hopefully gain a little bit more traffic in this area of the park. I actually really like that idea, but let's go ahead and get into the reason you guys are all here, the go-karts. So $3,200 startup cost, that's nothing crazy. So we're gonna have the station set on station with left entry and left exit so we can utilize this path over here for our entry and our exit. Now I've never messed around with the go-karts on here. I know there's a lot of pre-made go-kart tracks that are pretty sweet, but I'm trying to make my own, man. We're trying to make the 2G karts. We need to figure out where we want to put this first of all. It's got to be in a good enough location so we can get a decent sized queue out here. We could also have a queue go over the water, but I feel like that might look kind of strange. So I was looking through the pre-made structures here to see if there's anything cool we could use for the queue, but I almost wonder if we could get away with using this queue, editing it slightly, and trying to use it for our go-kart track. So I'm going to duplicate the queue building or the coaster station for the Phoenix. We're gonna get it lowered down to the ground, place it down here, and I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can make some magic happen here. Well, I definitely think I'm gonna have to time-lapse that, you guys. That took way longer than I thought it would, but I did expand the station itself, made it big enough so we could fit the go-kart track on the inside, and the queue for this thing is an absolute unit. It is the biggest queue we're gonna have by far, but I know that go-karts are typically pretty good at getting a bunch of guests in the queue. Now, we're gonna leave the signs just say Phoenix for now. I did change the advertised destination to the go-kart track, but we have to figure out a 7-letter word that we wanna use for the name for this thing, and I got nothing right now. So maybe once we start doing the track, I'll get a little bit of inspiration, but I changed the min rider load to full load. I added the priority pass, which we're gonna change to high priority, and we can choose what sort of karts we want. So if I had the DLC, I could do the Back to the Future DeLorean. If I also had another DLC, I could do Knight Rider, Kit from Knight Rider. So we're stuck with Speed, or never mind, the Munsters is also a DLC. So we're stuck with Speed, which is fine. They look good. That's your classic go-kart. But I do think Back to the Future and Knight Rider could be really cool. Let's go ahead into Edit Track and let's get going here. See what we can make happen. So we do have this little path right here. That's the exit path. I think if we have a sort of bridge over this, that could look pretty cool. What is that, a chicane? Chicanes. That is the first time I've ever heard that word before, but all right, that's pretty cool. So right out of the gate, I think I want to keep it pretty wide. We can only go down 12 degrees, and this is the shortest the track can be, but we can also do a bank, which is pretty cool. I didn't know that. And we're gonna try to drop it down back to ground level. Actually, let's do this one with a bank, straight with a bank, and then, oh wow, we can do a 90-degree turn. Let's do a 22.5 with a bank still, down till just about there until we touch the ground. And then at this point, I think if we make it narrow, that might be kind of interesting. We'll see if we can get any sort of collisions happening over here. Let's go up right here, then back to 0, back to a wide section of track, and we'll do this. Actually, let's do a 45. Let's do a 45-degree turn here, start to drop it back down with another bank, do another bank here, back to 0. We're gonna keep going straight. I don't think, oh, I do still have the bank on. So now that it's flat, we'll get rid of the bank section, and then let's add a chicane right here. Start the chicane section. So we'll do multiple chicanes right here. End chicane. That's kind of a fun word to say. And then we'll keep going straight here. Let's go back up. We're gonna make it narrow. Go back up and then down and then up and then down. I want at least 3 whoop sections here. There we go. Back to 0, and we can make it back wide again. This is pretty cool. I think this is gonna be awesome. We might have to take the laps off because I feel like this track's gonna be longer than most of the go-kart tracks. And we'll do another chicane section right here and chicane there. Did we only do one? Yeah, we only did one there. So we'll stop the chicanes here, and let's have a pretty decent hill. I think would be kind of cool. We're gonna go as high up as we can, just until we're about to hit the border over here. We'll stop it right here, go back to 0. We'll do a 45-degree turn. Actually, maybe we could get away with the 22.5. I don't know. Let's try it. We'll see what happens. Let's do a bank. Oh yeah, we can do that. Take the bank back off. We'll go straight here, and we're gonna start climbing again. We're gonna come all the way up to about here. We'll drop it back down to 0, and then we're gonna do another 22.5-degree turn to the right with a bank of 5 degrees, and we're gonna start going down -12 degrees, and now we can straighten the bank back out, straighten the track back out. We're gonna keep going down. Actually, what if we did a chicane section? Oh no, that can't can't go down. Never mind. So we'll just keep going down here. And we're gonna intersect this. That's not what I wanted. We can adjust the terrain after the fact. Let's go ahead and just keep on going here. Carry tons of speed down this. Back to a 0, 22.5 degree turn with a 5-degree bank. There we go. Straighten the bank off. And we're gonna keep going up until we get over to here. Then we'll straighten the bank off to a 0. And let's do a chicane section through here. We're gonna do 2 chicanes and then end that. We'll do a narrow area again with a couple little whoops. We'll do 3 whoops again. Make the track go back to wide. And we're gonna go up a little bit. Do a negative 5-degree bank at an 11.25 degree turn. This is gonna be a really wide turn. I don't know if I like that. Maybe we should do at least a 22.5 for the turn. We'll try this, see if that works any better. It's a little bit sharper. Bring it up to here. Change the bank to 0. Change the turn to a 0. Then do an 11.25 and another 11.25. Drop that to 0. And in this area, we're gonna do a negative 12-degree drop. We're gonna come straight down yet again. Back up to 0. Narrow the track. We'll do 2 whoops here. Oh, you know what? This is almost the end. Okay, we'll do 2. Actually, let's do 3 whoops, just so it's matching the other areas of the track. Now we can go back to our wide section. We're gonna go 12 degrees up and we'll have a nice little climb over here. A bank of negative 5 with 45-degree angle turn here. 1 here, 1 here, and we'll smooth the bank off to a 5. Place that one down. Bring this to a 0, and we'll start to bring this over here. Maybe we could do some chicanes up top. Let's do a small chicane section. Close the chicane. Now we're gonna have to start dropping it back down. I wonder if we did autocomplete here, if it would work. It's gonna try every single possible way to make this happen, and I don't think it's gonna find a solution. So let's cancel that. Let's come over here to the end of the track, and we are going to start going up here. We're gonna turn it 45 degrees with a negative 5-degree bank, back down to a 0-degree angle upward. Smooth the bank off to here. We'll do a straight section at 0, up 12, and here we're gonna do a 45 at a 0, or does it have to go up more? I can't tell. I can't tell if these sections are level or not. There we go. Is that gonna work? Perfect. So we have our go-kart track figured out at least. Oh my god, dude, it's a 1486 for the Prestige. That's crazy. And we don't even have to test it. We can just straight up open it. God, that's awesome. Q scenery rating 100%, of course. I still don't have a ton of inspiration for the name on this. You know, we could add an 8th letter in here and call it the Autobahn. That would be kind of cool. If you guys don't know what the Autobahn is, it is a road or an interstate in Germany that has no speed limit. So let's go into edit building here. I'm gonna change that to an A, U, T, O, B, A, H. And let's duplicate another one of these signs. Drop it down right there. And this will be an N. The Autobahn. I kind of like that. That's pretty fitting. Now we just have to select each letter and recenter it on the building. Right about there should be good. The Autobahn. Dude, I love it. That is so cool. And let's do the same thing over here to this sign. All right, signs are edited. We'll do the same thing and center this one. Yeah, it's close enough. All right, now let's hit play and let's see if we can't get some freaking people over here, dude. While we wait for all the people to start flooding this area, let's go ahead and change the ticket price. We got a 1486 divided by 35 would be $42.45. So I'm just gonna charge $42 for this. There we go. Open her on up. We got an 8.9, a 4.0, and a 2.2. Those are pretty good ratings. And since we added an ATM over here for this ride, I'm thinking to be preventative again, we should just do a similar thing over here next to the queue for the Autobahn. Plop an ATM right there. We'll change the work roster for the southwest area. Add in the go-karts and add in the ATM. That should work. We got our first customer out here. The other thing we're gonna have to do is this sign fully maxed out. I'm pretty sure it's 50 out of 50. 49 out of 50. Perfect. Confirm that. And we're gonna have to do the same thing with our information booth yet again. Richard Cheese is in charge of the information booth right now. What a good guy. All right, so we'll select the Phoenix and we'll select the Autobahn, and that should be all we have to do there. All right, and here come the people, dude. Oh, that's that's looking so good. Everyone's gonna love this thing. It's gonna take them quite a while to actually walk through the queue, but that's okay. That's the reason we made it so long. So let's come in here and we can start adjusting some of these colors. Now the track colors, those aren't bad, but I am going to both lighten and darken a lot of this stuff. So we're gonna make the actual track asphalt pretty black. The white walls are actually gonna be white. What does this change? Oh, this is like the main queue. Okay, let's just do black. We'll do black on that. And the pillars, I think we'll do black as well. I'll come through and edit the terrain a little bit, try to make it look a little bit more legit than just it being flat like this. And we also have to edit this little section. People are gonna be able to go through the mountain right there, which is not what we're after. Now for the kart color, I'm gonna try to do 2G colors on this. So let's do pastel pink, highlighter yellow, light blue. Let's do a white kart. Oh, the black is the lights. So I'll do that white. Operator color, he's gonna be rocking the 2G fit. And we're ready to rock here. Got our first person, finally made it through the queue here. Oh, never mind. There was already a dude and a lady in here before this lady showed up. What's your name? Karen? I knew it. I know a Karen when I see one. There we go. We got a full house. They're gonna come out to the center. The lights should change and they should be off. Let's focus in on Karen if we can. That's first. Oh, here we go. Here's Karen. Karen's cart kind of looks like Captain Sparkle's Ford GT. A little bit. Got Karen running through the chicane section pretty quick through there. Very impressive, Karen. Up this massive hill. And just when you think it's over, you get a sort of sharp turn to the right. Up another hill. And now we start the plummet down here. I wish you could change this speed of the golf carts. There I go again. Now Karen's just gonna drive through the mountain here. Okay. Camera doesn't know what to do. Yeah, we gotta change that. That's a little obnoxious. But the queue is starting to get full, dude. We gotta line up on the stairs. Yeah, it's a good thing we made the queue so big, because this is already poppin'. We may even have to add a bigger path out here, just in case it gets super full. But look at what it's doing, guys. We are starting to get a good amount of people out to the outskirts, which is exactly what we wanted. Look at all these people starting to make their way over there. Over in front of Quick Draw, that's thinned out quite a bit. In front of the concession stands over here, that's thinned out quite a bit. With the go-karts out here, guys, hopefully people come out here, and even if they don't want to get on it, they at least have the option to go left and be a little bit closer to our other rides out here. All right, let's do a little terrain editing here, boys. We're gonna take the flatten to surface tool, and now the mountain doesn't even touch the track. I might be editing the terrain off camera here just so I can hopefully get it perfect how I want it, but I want to basically bring down this mountain to be level with the go-kart track, and then same thing over here. We'll drop it down and then drop it down some more up until it's about flat over here. I want to see someone go through these whoop sections, dude. Oh, here they come. Oh, now that's nice, dude. It doesn't like launch you in the air or anything like I kind of, you know, hoped it would, but it looks pretty cool. I dig that. I think we could have added some more of those, but with the prestige already being so high, I really don't see the need. And let's fast forward a little bit more. We're about to hit $1 million. I did get challenged to hit 1 million in the park, and it looks like we might actually get there. Oh no, dude. The Phoenix broke down. Let's check the maintenance on here. Let's do a refurb. Dang, that sucks. You hate to see it. And lastly here, you guys, I'm gonna try to duplicate these shops and move them over to buy the Autobahn. And I think I want them a little bit of ways away from the wave wall right here. That's looking okay. We may have to edit the terrain a little bit here to make it look a little nicer. We shouldn't have any issues with the terrain looking weird. Nope, that looks perfect. There we go. We got our paths done. Let's hit pause here really quick. We're gonna need a staff room, which we can grab from right here. Duplicate that. We'll drag it on over to this area. Kind of hide it in the trees a little bit. We're going to create a new work roster, selecting only these, and this will be the Autobahn vendors. And we'll hire some staff here. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 vendors out here. I'm going to go through really quick, change all their pay, and change their outfits. All right, and before they make themselves too comfortable out here, I'm gonna go ahead and change all the shops. Okay, so we have a Pip Shot water, just because that seems to be pretty popular amongst the guests. We have a Chow Mein Chow, a Haya Sushi, a Dune Delights, which I don't really know what that is. I think it's pastry-esque things. Maybe not. Maybe it's kebabs. I see some kebabs in the back here. And then we have a Cosmic Cow, not milkshakes. This is Cosmic cow ice cream. Now, why they have lettuce over here, your guess is as good as mine. But the reason all of these vendors out here have their arms up like this, like they're about to hit the dab real freaking hard, is because we fired all of them. We fired each and every one of them because we had already put in all these vendors. When you put down a shop, it automatically hires new ones rather than going through and changing their outfits as well. I went ahead and just fired them. So they're gonna be making their way out of the park. See you guys. We didn't want ya, and our new vendors are going to be taking their spots. So there you go. We got another little concession stand area out here, which is looking great. We have a new layout for the Phoenix, and we also have a new ride called the Autobahn. All right, I do think I'm gonna wind things down here, you guys. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.